Was this timetable any good? I think it was. Are you thinking about starting university next year and curious about what your first year timetable might look like? Hi, my name is Charlotte and I'm currently a law conjoint student studying at UOA, and I've recreated my first year timetable so you can see what yours might look like next year. I'm going to go through how I knew what papers to take and whether or not this was a good timetable, the mistakes that I made, and any tips that I have for you. So first, how did I know what papers I needed to put into my timetable? So we can see in here I've got 4 courses. I have Law 121G, Geography 102, History 103G, and also Comms 100. So when I was in my first year, I was doing law and arts with 2 majors. So those majors were history and also media, film and television. But you can see that I have conjoint papers from 3 different areas of the faculty, and that is because I had 1 law paper to do in semester 1, and that is always the same. So Law 121G is the 1 law paper that you do in semester 1 as a first year, and then the rest of your papers will be to do with your conjoint. So when you're figuring out what papers you need to do for your majors, I personally used the UOA SSO platform. So you'll get a personal platform that has all the information you need to know about your degree and how you're progressing, and I could see what my degree requirements were for my history major and also for my media, film and television major. So that included History 103G, which is like a general world history paper, and the G actually stands for Gen Ed, so anyone can take that paper as their general education paper. Everyone has to do a general education paper in their time at university, but that is actually accredited towards my major. And then we've got Comms 100, which is to do with my media, film and television major, so I could see that that was a first year course requirement on my SSO. It's Communications 100. And then I have Geography 102, which in your conjoint and also later on in your law degree, you'll have to do electives, which are general papers that might not necessarily be to do with your major. So I picked to do a geography paper as an elective because I love geography, and it's so interesting that actually later on ended up making it my arts major. I enjoyed it so much. So you will have opportunities to branch out from your majors that you pick in electives and also in your gen eds. So what does a typical week in these courses look like? So I split it into the dark purple, which is lectures, and also the light purple, which is tutorials or workshops. So if we start with Law 121G, that one had 3 hours of lectures every week, and also you can see a tutorial in there for law on midday-ish on a Wednesday. And these tutorials were not actually on every single week. I think they were on about every 2 to 3 weeks, so they were intermittent, but 3 lectures a week is quite a lot for a course. That's probably the most lectures that I've ever had in a course per week, and the lectures for that were quite full. It's first year law, so when I did it they had 3 different streams of first year law, and each lecture was very full every single time. But the tutorials are small classes. I think they probably had about 30 people in them down at the law school, with 1 tutor who can answer more refined questions. And then for Geography 102, I had 2 lectures a week and a tutorial, which was definitely weekly. History 103G had 2 lectures and a tutorial every week, and Comms 100 had a 1 2-hour lecture and 1 tutorial. So that was pretty typical of first year arts courses, that you would have 2 hours of lecturing time plus 1 tutorial, which again would be with your tutor, a class of about maybe 25 people, 20 to 25 in most of my arts tutorials, and it's a good opportunity to do some more close deep dives into your course material and also ask any questions you need. Now finally, and perhaps most importantly, was this timetable any good? I think it was okay. I see why I picked it this way, but there were definitely some things that I think I could have done better in building this timetable now that I'm a fourth year. If you see on the Monday, I had one lecture for the whole of Monday, and for some reason I decided to put it from 5 to 6. That choice was not the greatest because I would come in just for that one lecture, and I did like having my whole Monday free to do work before the week started. I had lots of reading to do. It was a good opportunity to set myself up for the week, but it's also not ideal to show up at uni when I lived quite far away for just one class from 5 to 6 and then go home, and then the next morning I had pretty early tutorial, so I probably wouldn't make that choice again. But I think the rest of it is pretty okay. The Wednesday's a bit busy, but I had a good break between 11 and 2 to have lunch, do some readings in between, prepare for those tutorials, and yeah, I think overall it was pretty good, except for that 5 to 6 slot for Law 121. There were 3 slots I could have picked from. I think there was an early morning one, and then there was a midday one, and there was the evening one. And I think the midday one is probably best because you're not getting up too early, but also you're not sitting there too late, tired from a long day. So that's the main change that I would make. I hope this walkthrough of my timetable has been helpful to you. Let us know in the comments if you have any questions about timetabling, or whether you'd like to see us do this with another degree for a semester 1 example. We'd be happy to do that. And good luck with picking your classes. I hope you pick ones you enjoy. And yeah, always hit us up if you have any questions about any of these courses. I'd be happy to answer them.